Hi everyone, and welcome back to Thrifty Mama Scraps. I completed my December daily album, and so I'm going to do a flip through of the rest of my December daily for 2018. We ended off on our Chicago trip, and when we returned, my advent calendar was in the mail. Or actually, when we picked up the mail, it was in the mail. I had ordered this advent calendar off of eBay. I paid $30 for it in an auction, and it is the Body Shop advent calendar, and everything in it I absolutely loved. It was so much fun, and I'm hoping that I find such a good deal next year, because it's actually like $100 value, but thankfully I got it in an auction very, very inexpensively, so it was well worth the price. So this page I completed. If you've seen my how-to videos on altering embellishments, this is one of those hearts that I did with the nail polish that I just covered. And so I like how that page turned out. Of course, it's double-sided like always. So, and this is day 12, and this is just a list of our favorite Christmas movies that we like to watch. And so this is how I did that page. This is day 13, and my youngest son is playing the piano. They both take piano lessons, and here's some of the songs that he's working on. Here's another one of those altered hearts. This one is one that I did in glitter, white glitter. A lot of these pieces, of course, are still from Hip Kits November, some of December, and Felicity Jane, and some Freckled Fawn. So, and then a lot for my stash as well. Day 14 is a picture of my middle son on the treadmill. And they had seen the pediatrician. The pediatrician wanted them to exercise a bit more. And so they have been exercising really hard on the treadmill every day. And they just saw the doctor a couple weeks ago, and they both had lost some weight. So that was really great. The pediatrician was really happy, and he told them to continue working hard on that. And this is day 15. And this is our homeschool day, just a regular school day. December is always really fun to homeschool in, because even though they're older and they're in high school technically, well, my youngest son is still in junior high technically. My oldest is in high school, or my middle is in high school. My oldest is out of school. But it's just fun because there's so many different things that we do, and I try to tie in like movies, and we do we drink eggnog some days, and we do Advent, and there's just so many fun things to do. It's always fun. It's always a fun month to school in. And day 16, we made sugar cookies. Or we frosted sugar cookies. I think we baked them on the 15th. But we frosted them on the 16th. And this is actually my oldest son's birthday, but we couldn't be with him this year because he lives in Arizona. He's working in Arizona. And so he turned 25 this year, and we did FaceTime him and talk to him, and he's still doing really great out there with his job. And so we missed him a lot, but this was actually the first year that we weren't able to be with him on his birthday. So that was kind of hard a little bit, but But it was good to see his face, and we're glad that he's doing so well in Arizona, and he loves Arizona so much. So it's really good for his asthma too, because he's always had asthma since he was a little boy, and the weather in Arizona is just so good for his asthma. He hasn't had any problems, hasn't needed an inhaler or anything there. So this is day 18, and actually I did a boo-boo. I did page 17, and then I noticed after I was all done with my December daily, I skipped from 17 to 19, and I thought, oh no, what was I doing? I forgot 18. So I just made a little tiny doily page, and I put a couple pictures on it, and then I put an 18 on, and I just put it between 16 and 17. So this page is just a picture of hot cocoa on the coffee table. We drink a lot of hot chocolate during the holidays. My kids prefer old-fashioned hot cocoa over the Carnation mix or the Nestle Swiss Miss mix or whatever. But so this is old-fashioned hot chocolate or hot cocoa, and then this I think is just a packet of hot cocoa, but we drink a lot of it during December, so I thought that was a good add to my December daily, since I completely forgot about day 18. Day 17, to go back a little bit, is a picture of our elf on a shelf, and his name is Bob. And my husband had so much fun this year, of all years, hiding him in really strange places. He just had so much fun. He had him hanging from the ceiling. He had him running on the treadmill. He had him doing all kinds of funny things. And that was just a tradition that probably will continue, because my husband just had so much fun with it. And he remembered every morning to do it. And he just thought it was just a blast. The kids thought it was hilarious. So here is Bob on top of the antlers on a reindeer. So it was pretty funny. Day 19 was our first snow in Illinois, which is actually very, very late for us. Usually we get snow a lot sooner than that. Since then we've had quite a bit of snow, but that was the first day that we got snow. Day 20 is a picture of my youngest son and his dog. His dog's name is Leo, and we are watching TV in my bedroom. I think it was right before bed, because it looks like I'm in bed. I'm under the covers, so that's just a picture of Leo. A lot of my stash used here. A lot of I used, this is actually a frame, and I decided to cut it because it was so large, and I used it on this side and on this side. This is actually from a brand new piece from last month, or this month's Felicity Jane, these hearts, and they're just beautiful. I just love those. So day 21, we're eating pomegranate seeds, and this is a tradition that we've had for years and years. When I was a little girl, my grandma would send us pomegranates in the mail, a big box full, because her neighbor had a tree. She lived in Nevada, and she would send us fresh pomegranates. So every year, my grandma no longer lives in Nevada. She lives in a nursing home in Missouri by my parents. But as kind of a tradition, we just do that every year. We're a very, very traditional family. We like our traditions, and so we try to continue them year after year. Day 22 was our 4-H Christmas party. Here the kids are playing a game. I'm not exactly sure what game it is, but they're having fun playing a game. Our 4-H our kids have been in 4-H since they were teeny tiny kids, and they've grown up with these kids, and all of the kids are about the same age now, or, within a couple years. So we don't really have any little ones in our club. We just have older kids, and it just makes it so much fun. So here's some things that we did and some different pieces. This is a Heidi Swapp piece that I just used ink on. I just rubbed some green ink on it. It was one of those resist pieces. And here's another one here too. Oh, and here's another one. Hexagon pieces. I just rubbed red ink and green ink on it. This is day 23, and this was all about making cookies and treats. And this year we just went crazy with baking. We made cookies and we made so many treats. These I made like 5 different times. We just would go through them and we'd give them away, and then we'd make more. They're Hershey Kisses with the M&M on top on a pretzel. And after I made a bunch of these with the regular shaped pretzels, we tried the square ones, the grid square pretzels, and they actually turned out way better. So next year we'll definitely make them again, but I think I'm going to use the grid pretzels because they just turned out, I mean, these are cute, but the grid ones just look so much better. And this is day 23, and our puzzle is done. Our Santa puzzle that took so long. It was the hardest puzzle ever. We will never build it again. We decided after this year, as you can see, there's a piece missing. After we were all done building, we realized that there was a piece missing, and it was a brand new puzzle. So it's probably in the couch or on the floor or something. So we just had a puzzle with a piece missing, but that was a very, very hard puzzle. This is day, let's see, is it the 24th yet? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, day 24 here. And more cookies. These are the Spritz tree cookies. These are the ones that we made for Santa on Christmas Eve. And here's a picture of our tree on Christmas Eve with all the presents underneath. There's actually quite a lot of presents. They just piled up underneath on the tree skirt. So it doesn't look like there's very many, but there's quite a lot back there. So this is also on Christmas Eve. This was our dinner. My husband had to work that night, and so we decided to have a nacho bar, the boys and I. And so we made nacho bar, and then we just created our own nachos, and that was really fun. And then on day 24, well, the same day, actually, that night, we watched the Polar Express, which is a traditional thing. And I used my Martha Stewart train punch for this, for the edge on this page. And then we always have popcorn with holiday M&Ms in it. So that's what we did that day, or that night, while my husband was working. That was our treat. And of course we had hot chocolate as well. And here's some notes on the 24th of things that we did, and on Christmas Day as well. I just wanted to take some notes because I didn't really have any more pictures, but a lot went on because my husband had to work both days, and it was a little bit harder to get everything in order with his family coming over and everything. We had to rearrange our Christmas quite a bit. But it all worked out good. It was fine. Christmas morning, we opened our stockings. Me and the boys did. My husband had to work again that morning. I made these cinnamon roll trees. You can find the how to do it on Pinterest. And then they got to open their presents from Santa. And this year they got games because my husband had to work, and we both thought that if they had something to do while he was working, it would be fun. And this is the Ticket to Ride Europe game. And we already have the regular Ticket to Ride game, the first edition of the United States. So this one is so fun. It's so totally different than the first one. I highly recommend this game. It is so fun. It's definitely a favorite of our families, and we just play it all the time. So, and here are the stockings on the 25th.